guys, Amanda Brooks here, coming to you live from Bangor, Maine. I am a physician assistant. I've been practicing emergency medicine for 14 years, but opened a wellness center about 2.5 years ago now, the Inner Greatness Center, where I'm really hoping to bridge the gap between modern and alternative medicine. So, good morning, good morning. I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend. Good morning, Ash. So nice to see you on here this morning. So what I thought I would talk about today is something that's pretty darn controversial. Hey Teresa, and I'm gonna start with a little bit of a story. So for those of you who know me a little bit better than others, I have a Bachelor of Science in nutrition. And for those of us who study the science of nutrition, we like food, we're foodies. So we're always looking, number one, ways to be able to eat more and maybe lose weight, and also to be healthy. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of dietitians, but unfortunately, many of them have weight problems. So I thought that this topic might resonate with a lot of you. So we're all looking to be healthier, but what I'm seeing lately is a lot of individuals who are jumping on fad diets, like the Paleo diet, like the Keto diet, because their main purpose or main objective is to lose weight. So it really hurts my ears when I'm hearing people not eating carbs, not doing this, not eating fruits, vegetables, because of this or that. So wanted to go into some terms, and I am definitely not trying to call out certain diets, just trying to bring some attention, bring some awareness, provide you guys with some education so that you guys can make your own decision as to what it is you want to do and how it is that you want to eat. Okay, so ketosis. We deal with this term a lot in the ER. Unfortunately, this is typically when your body's in a starvation mode. So, for example, if someone's come into the ER and they've been vomiting for several days, I'm going to see ketones in their urine. This will signify that they have, in fact, been vomiting for the last few days. But anyway, ketosis, when you adopt a ketogenic diet, what you're doing is you're putting your body into a state of ketosis. And when you do that in this diet, you're actually mimicking starvation. So this is not necessarily a good thing, because what happens is instead of using glucose to feed our bodies, or specifically to feed our brains, we are producing ketones, and ketone bodies are able to be used for fuel, but we're obligate glucose metabolizers. In other words, our brain, it feeds off of glucose. So if you're not eating carbohydrates, this is going to be a huge issue. So brain fog can ensue. On a keto diet, people, I think, are typically consuming around 80% fat. Now, that's not just what I want to look at here. What I want to look at is the fact that there are adverse effects from eating a predominantly fat-based diet. You're consuming about 80% fat, 5% carbohydrate, and the rest in protein. So if you consume one banana, that's kind of putting you over the edge. But is being in a state of ketosis, is that what is causing these people to lose weight? Not necessarily. What happens is this. People that are eating a standard American diet, they're eating tons of processed crap. Anytime you adopt a new way of eating, you are naturally kicking out a lot of the processed crap, a lot of the packaged foods. You're also decreasing caloric consumption. So typically, when someone's in a state of ketosis, I was actually just reading a diet study looking specifically to see if ketosis, this burning of fat, is actually what's causing people to dramatically lose weight. And it's not. It's actually just the cut in calories. So for those of you who are jumping on the keto diet because you want to have that dramatic loss in weight, many of you don't receive that because the thing is you're still sneaking in foods. Whereas people that go hardcore into the keto diet, a lot of times they are actually just starving themselves. They have this overwhelming sense of satiety, they don't feel hungry, and there are a lot of adverse effects with being on this diet. We know that this can cause something called renal tubular acidosis. We know that this can cause a lot of vitamin deficiencies. If you're not consuming a lot of fruits and vegetables, you're definitely going to have nutrient deficiencies. We know that you can have a prolongation in your QT interval, so heart dysrhythmias, coronary artery disease. The list is endless, and I'm not trying to trash this, absolutely not, because for those of you who are adhering to this and you're trying just to better yourselves, I just want to throw this information out there, not trying to present any problems here. There was a case study though, looking specifically at a gentleman. Good morning, you guys. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Michael. Yes, kidney stones, Michael, absolutely. Like being in this constant state of acidosis, it just leads to so many problems, especially long-term. I mean, this diet was initially concocted or created for kids with epilepsy. That's a different video though. So hey, Lindsay, hey, Georgia Lee. So there was a study looking specifically at a gentleman. He was adhering to a keto diet. Guess what his fasting cholesterol was, you guys? It was 440. Like, that's insane. And his doctor was like, yeah, you're like a natural endogenous cholesterol producer. There's really nothing that we can do about this. Guess what? He went on a plant-based diet, and in 2 months' time, his cholesterol went down to 120. So just trying to give you guys a little bit of information about this. Now, I'm also hearing, and Paleo Mama, who is into the paleo diet, you know, she has a whole list of adverse reactions for people adhering to the keto diet that might be interesting to some of you guys. But also, Paleolithic. So this looks specifically at us being hunters and gatherers over the last 2 million years. But how long have we been evolving for? We've been evolving for like the last 25 million years, right? Like, didn't we evolve from like the great ape or whatever? So for 90% of our evolution, what was it that we were eating? We're predominantly eating plants, right? Like, so if we're predominantly eating plants, what happens is we were not eating much cholesterol at all, which is why probably in today's age, we're really predisposed to coronary artery disease. So coronary artery disease is our #1 killer because we have these bodies that we need some cholesterol to function, absolutely. So our bodies hoard cholesterol, like we hold on to it, we preserve it, because all through evolution, we weren't eating much of it. Now what are we doing? We're putting, you know, bacon and chicken and beef and dairy and cheese into our systems, and we're holding on to this cholesterol, which is then developing in atherosclerotic plaques, narrowing our vessels, creating decreased blood flow to organs, and causing organ failure. So anyway, kind of trying to take a look at this whole diet thing. Right? We want to be able to eat in abundance and not count calories. Like, look at Weight Watchers, right? Like, not trying to throw everyone under the bus, but Weight Watchers, you guys, the reason why it's been so effective is because it gives people a system and it keeps their calories in check, but allows them to eat all the crap that they want. Like, people are eating all these processed bars and packaged foods, and it's disgusting. So, hey, what if I told you about a way that you could eat that you don't track calories, and you're healthy, and you have glowing skin, and your teeth are strong? Like, it's called a plant-based diet. Have you guys ever heard of developing disease from eating too many fruits and vegetables? No. Whole grains? No. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, there's a huge disconnect. I'm hoping that you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from as I'm defining ketosis, as I'm talking about our evolution, and the way in which our bodies are able to process things. So anyway, I think that we could all increase fruit and vegetable consumption, decrease animal consumption. I think we'd be on a much better playing field. We'd look better, we'd feel better, we'd have less likelihood for disease. We know that plant-based diets, there's studies to prove that it not only helps to prevent disease, but reverses it. So anyway, I could go on and on forever. Hope that you guys have found this somewhat helpful. If you have, give it a like, share it with someone that you think it might help, and have a wonderful day. And thanks for all you guys do and all your support. Hey, have a good day.